When a homeless girl interrupts a billionaire's funeral with a shocking claim, she unknowingly holds the key to rescuing his missing granddaughter and finding her own long-lost sister. The rain fell in icy sheets as billionaire Arthur Whitmore glared at the muddy teenager blocking his wife's casket. "Your granddaughter isn't dead," Lily shouted over the storm, her soaked hoodie clinging to her bony shoulders. The funeral crowd gasped. Arthur's hand trembled on his cane. "How dare you?" he barked. Lily stepped closer, unflinching. "I saw them take her, your daughter-in-law, and that limping man." Eleanor Whitmore stiffened beside her father-in-law, her diamond necklace catching the gray light. "Security," she snapped, but Lily pulled a scorched hair ribbon from her pocket. "Emma dropped this when they shoved her into the trunk." Arthur's breath caught. He bought that ribbon himself. As guards dragged Lily away, she shouted the words that would haunt him. "Check Eleanor's Tesla logs. The night Emma drowned, that car was at the marina." That night, Arthur sat in his study, staring at the ribbon. The nanny's testimony about Emma's accident had never added up. With shaking hands, he accessed Eleanor's car data. The GPS showed her at the marina until 2:17 am, hours after she'd claimed to be home. His heart pounded. Somewhere out there his little Emma might still be alive. And the ragged girl who'd risked everything to tell him, she'd disappeared into the storm. Arthur's chauffeur found Lily shivering under a bridge, clutching a tattered notebook. "He'll never believe me," she muttered as Arthur approached, but the billionaire knelt in the mud, holding up his phone, a grainy marina security photo showing Eleanor handing Emma to a limping man. Lily's eyes widened. "That's him, the one I saw at the group home." Arthur's blood ran cold. "What group home?" Lily flipped to a notebook page, a child's drawing of a red brick building with barred windows. "Sunset Hills. They took Emma there after they made everyone think she drowned." Arthur's private investigator confirmed it, an abandoned orphanage turned black market hub, owned by Eleanor's shell company. That night, they hacked Eleanor's cloud account. The hidden camera footage made Arthur vomit. Emma, alive but terrified, being examined by strangers in lab coats while Eleanor negotiated via speakerphone. "Healthy 6-year-old female, 250. Lily pointed at the timestamp. "This was yesterday. We can still save her." As storm winds rattled the mansion windows, Arthur made a decision that would risk his fortune, his freedom, and what remained of his family. But for his granddaughter, he'd burn it all down. The decaying orphanage loomed in the moonlight, its boarded windows like closed eyes. Arthur's cane sank into the overgrown lawn as Lily pointed to third-floor shadows. "There, that's where they keep the new kids. Inside." The smell of mildew and despair clung to the walls. They found Emma's name scratched into a basement door, alongside others including Claire, the sister Lily hadn't seen in 8 years. Arthur's heart broke at the tiny handprints in the dust. Suddenly, footsteps echoed above. They hid as Eleanor entered with the limping man. Arguing over inventory, Lily's breath caught. The man held Claire's stuffed rabbit. As they passed, Arthur grabbed Eleanor's arm. "Where's my granddaughter?" Chaos erupted. The limping man lunged, but Lily smashed a fire extinguisher over his head. In the scuffle, Eleanor fled upstairs. "Go." Lily shoved Arthur toward the basement. "Find Emma. I'm getting Claire." The old billionaire descended into darkness, his cane tapping like a heartbeat. Somewhere in the shadows, a small voice whimpered. Arthur emerged carrying Emma, her face buried in his tweed jacket, both trembling. Above them, Lily cornered Eleanor on the rotting third-floor landing. "Where's Claire?" she demanded, clutching the stuffed rabbit. Eleanor smirked. "Sold her to a family in Canada yesterday." Lily's roar of anguish shook the rafters. But as Eleanor tried to flee, a small voice cried, "Lily?" Behind a false wall, Claire peered out, filthy but alive. The sisters collided in a tearful hug while Arthur called the police. Eleanor's arrest made headlines, but the real story unfolded quietly at Arthur's estate. Emma clung to Lily like a lifeline while Claire shyly accepted Arthur's offer, "Stay as long as you like." One rainy afternoon, Arthur found Lily sketching in the greenhouse, not the orphanage horrors, but something new. "What's this?" he asked. She showed him an orchard with 3 trees labeled Arthur, Emma and Claire. "And where's your tree?" he asked gently. Lily hesitated until Emma bounded in, draping a ribbon around her neck. "Right here with us," the child declared. Arthur's eyes welled. The family they'd all lost wasn't gone, just waiting to be remade. 1 year later, Arthur's apple orchard bloomed white under the full moon. The old man watched as Emma and Claire hung lanterns in the trees, their laughter carrying on the spring breeze. Lily Whitmore adjusted Arthur's scarf with sisterly fussiness. "You'll catch cold," she chided. The lantern ceremony had been her idea, dozens of paper lights honoring the children from Sunset Hills, each bearing a survivor's name. As the first lantern floated skyward, Claire whispered, "For the ones still lost." Emma added, "And the ones found." Arthur squeezed Lily's hand. "You gave us all a second chance." The local news crew respectfully filmed from a distance, but this wasn't for publicity. This was for healing. Later, as fireflies danced, Arthur presented 3 saplings. "For our roots," he said. They planted them together, Arthur's shaky hands guiding Emma's small ones, Lily and Claire patting soil with twin determination. When night fell, the 4 sat beneath their young trees, watching lanterns twinkle like earthbound stars. Somewhere beyond the orchard, investigators were dismantling Eleanor's network, but here, in this circle of light and laughter, the past couldn't reach them. Family, Arthur realized, wasn't about blood or names. It was about who showed up and who stayed.